Welcome to Session 5 of EHS 170. This week you looked at communications, dispatch systems, and did the first week of work on medical research. Everyone picked the Clausen Medical Priority Dispatch as the system that they would choose for their organization. That's the gold standard. It's very expensive and prohibits you from making any changes to the questions the dispatcher asks, the decision protocols, or the resources you send to a reported medical emergency. It is restricted because you're also buying physician oversight or physician support of the medical priority dispatch, which requires you not to make any alterations. That's why many places end up using the APCO system, because it's far cheaper and allows local flexibility. You can tweak the questions and tweak the protocol and determine what resources you're going to send based on your experience and demographics. That's what Fairfax County did. And the problem I noticed is that by the time we finished tweaking the questions and the protocols, sharing the same information Jason did about his 35-year-old cardiac patient, we end up sending a paramedic ambulance almost every 911 call for an ambulance, whether they needed it or not. I appreciate the challenge many of you had in learning how to access Himmelfarb in order to do some research and find an article. It's a learning experience. The system is not quite designed for true distance education students. They're still working off the assumption that you're coming down for a tutorial here before you go off to a computer. Sorry, we're doing the best we can. I appreciate everybody's effort. It's a skill you need for the balance of your classes here, because almost all of them require you to do some research and access the library. So thanks. This coming week, we're going to do some heavy lifting on EMS research. I need you to do 3 things in addition to reading 1 chapter of the book. I want you to go to the Duke University Library, the medical school library, and take their online tutorial on evidence-based medicine. It'll take you about a half an hour to go through it. Now, it's designed for a medical student, and it's designed around solving an issue with a treatment case. And some literature for evidence-based medicine, it's also called problem-based learning. It's the same concept. But if you struggle through the tutorial, you'll have a really good grasp of what we're talking about for evidence-based medicine, and it'll make the balance of what we're doing in this area easier. Also, I'd like you to go through Dr. Brian Bledsoe's 90-slide presentation on EMS research. It's a huge freaking file. It's 2,074 kilobytes. It's an Adobe Acrobat file. But it's a very comprehensive overview of EMS research from a guy who does it every day. Dr. Bledsoe started as a paramedic and a flight medic before he went to DO school. Once he became a physician, he did medical oversight for a couple of EMS systems, including a flight paramedic system, and he started doing a lot of writing. He's written about 14 to 17 textbooks on various EMS clinical topics. When he goes to update a textbook or to write a new textbook, he sees what's already written, and then he gets online and does research to see what the latest peer-reviewed research is saying about the topics he's writing about. This leads him to do some interesting things where he says, we say A will save lives, but all the research says that actually it doesn't. And that has affected the use of mask trousers, the effectiveness of critical incident stress debriefing, and the safety or efficacy of medevac transports. And the 4th one, which I can't remember right now. The 3rd thing I want you to do is read Elizabeth Chris's article about EMS research. She's written a book about EMS research. She is a faculty member at a Southwest University doing EMS stuff. And by the time you're done all these and then looking at the different websites I want you to look at, remember when I say look at them, that just means that you look at them See what's there and file it away. It might be a resource for you later in this class or in a future class. I appreciate that this coming week is the 4th of July week, a traditional vacation time for many. I know we don't have a break here, but there's only one chapter to read in the book. Of the 4 questions I need you to do, only one of them really requires some work. So it's about the same level of work for you. I'm sorry. On Friday morning, I will be posting this week's discussion review. That's my goal. It won't be here in the office. It'll be at a undisclosed location near the ocean. So have a great week. Talk to you next week.